Today we're going to do an investigation of cardiac conduction and what an ECG means. And I've started this presentation off by pointing to the fact that the heart is an electrical mystery. This is a miraculous organ that works by the exchange of charged atomic particles, entirely automatic, works without feeling in your chest unless something's already abnormal. You're not conscious of it beating away, and yet for the 80 years that you're alive, your heart will beat 5 litres of heavy duty blood per minute and keep you warm and pink throughout. The heart is an electrical mystery, but at its heart, its language is quite simple to understand, and we're going to make some steps today with interpreting the language of the heart. So the heart expresses itself through electricity, and you can learn its language with a little attention. It's amazing how little attention that you need to pay to the language of the heart before you've got an idea of what it is that it's trying to tell you. So let's look at a diagram of the conduction system of the heart, and let's go through its pieces one by one. The sinoatrial node. This is where the cardiac impulse is generated from. In health, it will be these cells that act as the heart's pacemaker. All the cells in the heart will wish to beat and depolarize as it's put at the same time and at the same rate as the sinoatrial node, which beat the fastest of all the cardiac cells. There it is, up in the top right hand corner of the heart, ticking away, keeping the beat. The internodal tracts will conduct this early depolarization from the sinoatrial node and will spread the impulse right across the atrial walls. There they are. In most people, these will pass the impulse directly across the atrium walls. In some people, with age for example, these tracts can become less conductive and may, in time, fail, and then the person may develop an arrhythmia. But in youth and in health, these will see to it that the atrium depolarizes and therefore contracts in unison and on time. The atrioventricular node sits between the ventricles and the atria. The function of the atrioventricular node is to delay the conduction of electricity from the atria to the ventricle, to delay it and then to pass it on. It has this short delay in order for the atria to contract and push thick, viscous blood down into the ventricles. There it is, as you can see. It sits at the junction of the atria and the ventricles and acts as a sort of gateway down to the lower chambers. The bundle of His acts as the conduction pathway from the atria to the ventricles and permits the orderly transmission of impulse through the muscle wall of the lower chambers. You can see that there are 2 pathways there that go down the intraventricular septum, the wall that separates both ventricles and allows the conduction of impulse to proceed in an orderly and timely fashion. The Purkinje fibres, they allow this impulse to penetrate to the furthest extent into the myocardial tissue. to ensure that the myocardium contracts in a unified and organised manner.